From that day, we shared cafe lattes. Ooh, cafe lattes.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Having a Lovely Chat podcast. I took a little break there for a few weeks, so I got married now. But my next guest on is, you might have seen him on TikTok and Instagram, and he's a bit of a ledge tank around the town. This is Biddo from Biddos Street Food. How are you doing, buddy?
How you getting on, Dougie?
I'm good, mate.
Pleasure.
I'm good. What's the crack?
Not much. Keeping busy.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, look, it's just mad. Everything recently. I opened the new spot for people who don't know there in the Weavers venue in Drogheda.
How's that going?
Wild.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great. Just completely got me out my comfort zone. Gone from a trailer to trying to do two things at once. I wish I could split myself in half now, but that's the joys of it. Like.
Yeah, and so what way are you doing that between the staff wise? Like,
yeah, had to take on more staff.
Yeah,
had to, before we took the jump into the kitchen, had to look at bringing a chef on board, because my culinary skills will only take us so far. I think I'm really good at the business and the marketing and all that, but I know my limitations. So I took on someone who just knew so much more about food than me. Okay. And I wanted to give someone a bit of leeway with a bit of creativity, because there is so many different Mexican, Tex-Mex food spots around. And I basically just told them, we can do whatever you want, but it has to be different to everywhere else. And I think that's what we've been able to create.
And when you say different, what do you mean?
Like, if you look at the menu now, it is like 80% different in comparison to any other, we'll say, Tex-Mex spots around. You're not going to be able to get the same stuff. But even now, over the next month and a half, 2 months, I want to go wild with it. Like an exclusive here for the podcast. Like our first monthly special is going to be an Indian butter chicken taco. Oh, like complete fusion food. Like I just want you to look at someone online and be like, Biddo's definitely came up with that. That's different. It's unique. Like the second monthly special will probably be like a jerk chicken taco. Like we're just taking different cuisines from across the world, putting them together
and mixing it with Mexican.
Exactly, yeah. And like the lads up in Dundalk, in Macara, in the pub there, they do a great.
We were only talking about that earlier on. It's supposed to be a great spot. I've actually never been.
Unreal. Like I want people to go out their way to drive to us. You know what I mean? Like I have one of my biggest accomplishments, which some people think so ridiculous. I got people from Dublin to come to Drogheda to get food. You know what I mean? And people from Dublin don't leave Dublin. And the lads in Macara do like a singly chicken curry pizza. So it's a Dundalk chicken curry on a pizza. So I'm going to do maybe a Mr. Curry or Dow's curry on a chicken quesadilla. Just wild. Like I just want to be completely different to everyone else out there. That's what excites me.
Yeah, no, that is good. And come here, we'll just start back. Where did Biddos come from?
So before,
it's a bit of a story.
I was under a different name. I was a part of Biddos Street Kitchen franchise, and I just decided I had no connection really to the brand. It was no relation to me. And then Biddo was my nana's nickname growing up. Her real name's Bridie Finnegan. And growing up, we just spent so much time with her. I was a heavy set kid. She was always cooking for us, looking after us. And then she took sick, and my mom, 2 brothers, and her every day after school just spent so much time together. And I got a great unity and understanding of what it was like in her life. And when I was deciding to rebrand, I couldn't think of anyone or any one name that suited what I wanted to do more than her. Like my granddad was the barman in Peggy Moore's pub for 65 years.
Oh wow!
She used to always bring food in, always fed people, fed the
Your nanny was?
My nana always fed people, but my granddad was the barman.
He was the barman, sorry, yeah.
And they lived next door to the pub, and literally my nana probably fed everyone in the pub every single night.
No way.
And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to feed the people of Drogheda. I want to give the people of Drogheda and the greater region somewhere to go and somewhere to look forward to and build a community through food.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
And she just one of the biggest inspirations of my life, and I couldn't think of a better name to go with what I'm trying to do. And
do you feel good taking on her nickname?
Yeah, it's wild. Like I haven't got a nickname until I was 24 years old. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially I got back playing Gaelic there with the Martins out in Monaster Boys, and we're running around the pitch and Biddo in the space. I'm like, how has this just become my name now? But no, it's great. It's a great honor. You know what I mean? She meant so much to me, and for other people to now get to hear the story, like it's literally on our menu. Like if you go look at our menu before you even see the food or what we're doing, there's a story about her, because that's exactly what the brand's built off.
Yeah, class, man. And how are you finding it better in the kitchen now, or do you like the trailer better? Or they both have their ups and downs.
Yeah, exactly. They both have their ups and downs. Like, look, we were at limitations with the trailer.
Yeah.
Just in terms of space in the menu, like we couldn't add any more without having to remove something off. And a lot of people would ask for, you know, the simple things like chips and all that. But in the trailer, we just didn't have the capacity. Didn't have fryers or anything like that. And look, 100% honest, a trailer can make everyone a good salary and have a good little business. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to really, really get there in the business world and have multiple different things open. And I needed a bigger kitchen to even look into the opportunity of having 2 trailers. So it was the next step. No matter what way I looked at it, if I wanted to stay in this business, I needed a bigger kitchen.
Yeah.
And it was just fantastic that the kitchen could also become a point of sale, that we can actually sell food out of it and you can come up and order.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. What age are you?
24.
24, Jesus, man. Young man, you're not doing too bad now for 24, yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I always knew I had no, what's the way to put it, like obligations. I had nothing tying me to not giving it a go. If it didn't work, I'd just go back and do the exact same job I was doing before.
What were you doing before?
I was doing electrical wholesale. Great job, up in Dundalk. After college, I done a J1 in America, which is actually kind of, we can get into it, where the whole idea for Tex-Mex street food came. But
go on, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I went to San Francisco with all my mates on a J1, and every day I walked down the pier to work along with all the other Irish people, and there's so much fresh Mexican food being sold, literally sometimes even out of shopping trolleys, and it was some of the best food you've ever had. And I just remember looking back at Drogheda and thinking, what was it missing? And it was missing a whole lot, and still is. And I said, that's a good idea. I'm going to put that in the back of my pocket. And if it ever does come, that's something I'd like to explore and get in and do that. Then I came home from the J1, got into that good graduate program. I've always wanted to challenge myself. Electrical wholesale was definitely the complete opposite of what I am. I still haven't a clue about cables or anything like that. I just fluffed my way through for 18 months. But some nights I'd get up in the middle of the night and just different business ideas, start writing the plans. And then one night I was weighing up the pros and cons of a food truck, and it was the one that had the most pros and comparisons of cons.
Right.
48 hours later, I owned a food trailer.
Right, okay.
Yeah, probably even a bit too soon. I'm very like...
Well, did you go and find that brand to go into first?
In fairness, with Biddos Street Kitchen, Shawnee is another young entrepreneur up in Monaghan, and he sells food trailers. So he came into DKIT like I've done and given a talk about that business. So I already had a contact in there, and he gave some insight into what it's like having one of them businesses. So it was kind of an easier transition. I wasn't completely blind about what I was expect really. I basically rang him the next day, and he was like, "Oh, come up, you can have a trailer right now." Like,
right.
Yeah. So I came up. I kind of sat there and thought about it, and I just said, like, what have I to lose? You know what I mean? And I bought the trailer. Now, I wasn't too naive. I did keep the full-time job for 4 or 5 months until I was like, right, I think we can make enough.
You can give it a go.
Yeah, exactly. So I was working just 7 days a week doing everything, but like I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't do that. So couldn't have made a better decision.
The sacrifices you have to make, though, isn't it? Just kind of keep working and 2 jobs at once and that kind of like...
Yeah, like even now, some people think I probably have the easiest thing going ever, but no one actually sees what happens, especially when I was in the trailer. I posted a couple of videos that went viral, and people were like, "Oh, you're never open, you're only open 3 hours a day." Like, firstly, there's regulations with the health authority about how many hours a food trailer can be open a day where the food's not cooked on site. So,
is there? Yeah.
How long you can hold food and
okay,
keep it, and especially because we...
So where were you cooking it then?
So I have a full small prep kitchen out at home, and so I was fortunate enough I was able to basically build one out there.
Right.
So like there was just limitations into what you could do and how many hours you could actually be open a day.
Okay.
And I was sticking to all them rules. So unless I wanted a bigger trailer where I could cook on site and everything.
He was definitely sticking to those rules.
Yeah. Unless I wanted a bigger trailer where you could cook.
You could do both.
And then like you're even looking at complications of needing a new license, and like even there's just so many things into the business that people wouldn't even understand, like in terms of like I was trying to pull the trailer at the start on Ford Fiesta and I blew up the engine basically in 4 days. I just you don't even think about some of these things until it actually happens. And or like I thought I could easily, I'm rambling here, but transfer the insurance over from my Fiesta to the van I then had to buy. That cost me €18,000. That's a big mistake. And
you blew up that one as well.
thankfully it's still going. But like I rang up the insurance company and I said, I'm just going to transfer this to a van, and they said, you are not getting insured with us. Actually, this is a vendetta against AXA right here. AXA Insurance would not insure me, and I had this van bought. The money was gone out of my bank account. After 24 hours of sweating, GMIB out in Killarney got me insurance, and they also said, they're like a third-party broker. The insurance is with AXA. So it's with AXA, but AXA wouldn't insure me before.
Right, yeah, I know what you mean.
And and my insurance, like this is just a small mistake, like that insurance for a car, my insurance was €800. Bought a van, I went to €2,500.
Wow.
It's just like there is so
usually
many.
Cheaper with a van.
So I thought as well.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, there's just so many different headaches that people don't expect.
And how did you get into the cooking of it? Like, did you just you had a bit of a thing for cooking?
No, that's a great question. I don't necessarily know if I had the biggest passion for the cooking side. My whole passion is business.
There's the sirens outside. Sorry. Oh my God.
Yeah, I love everything about business, and I also love getting outside my comfort zone. And the cooking, I kind of took it on as a challenge. So I was like, especially my dad always told me when I was young, Adam, you're burning the pans, you're burning that. Anytime I tried to cook anything, and I was like, I want to prove him wrong. I want to show I can set up a food business and go in and do it. And especially I tried to keep everything real authentic and simple, and I worked out nearly idiot-proof ways to cook the food. Yeah. So we invested in a lot of pressure cookers and everything. Then we use all fresh ingredients sourced locally in O'Brien's Butchers up the hill here, and we worked with him. He was able to garnish all the food for us, slices for us, so before we even cooked it, it was ready to rock. And then we put in a slow cooker or a pressure cooker overnight, and then next morning you get up, it's ready to rock. Like, so I really simplified it and pulled it back, so it meant that I'm not a chef, but I could do some serious tacos.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, okay. Well, that was a good way to do it, really. Kind of just hone in, make it simple. And what was so how did you find the reaction when you first started off to now? Like, is there a massive big difference? Have you progressed in your food all the time?
Yeah, exactly. That's probably the best way to put it. We've just constantly progressed. I've never wanted to stay stagnant, because the second you become stagnant, you're going to go backwards. So like, I opened the 16th of December 2023, and I thought it was best businessman to ever exist in the whole world that day. Like, everyone was there. I was like, I can do no wrong. But you quickly realize that your friends and family aren't actually your customers every day of the week. And
second day, there's no one there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we went from I started in such a high, especially I did start at a good time with the Christmas run up, and being in Sarsfield's pub up there, it was packed. I was destined to do well at the start. Then you hit January, and I was like, this is the worst decision I've ever made.
Right, okay.
And we were there on Sundays, and I'd be sitting in the trailer by myself with a couple €100 worth of food and no customers. Some days you could serve, I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, some Sundays we could serve 3 to 8 people the whole way up to March, and I was losing money, and that was just coming out my wages from working the full-time job. And I was like, what are we gonna do here? So that's when the business side of me kicked in, and I was like, what do we need to change? And my youngest brother Charlie, before I even set up the business, mentioned, Adam, birria tacos, look into them, they'll rave. And Charlie would not be into Mexican food or anything like that, so the fact he said that and knew about them, it perked my interest, and I said, I got to find out more about how I can make these, because there is a lot more work that goes into the birria than the other tacos I was doing. And I was like, I need to make this work. we're gonna start making birria tacos. And literally,
birria tacos. That's like kind of slow cooked.
Yeah,
meat, isn't
and
it?
it's in like the consomme broth that is cooked.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
blended,
yeah.
and like we have to import our chilies for that from Mexico. Like it's just
What?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
So I like.
Will you give me some of them? Will you?
If Niall from Evelyn's is listening to this, we have to give him some of them as well.
Oh,
Like I'm going to become a dealer of the chilies. And no, so there was a whole lot more work, but I was trying to work out, right, Friday and Saturday trade's not that bad. How can I get a customer to come to us twice a week rather than once a week? Right, birria tacos are only going to be on a Sunday. Only going to do them on a Sunday, so it meant that if you came to me on a Friday, that was unreal. I want to try these birria now. I'm going to go down on Sunday. So it gave me a better chance of getting repeat business in a week. And then, so we're in March, and I probably served 8 customers on a Sunday, released the birria, and over the next six months, a year, we've started getting up to, 70 to 80 customers on a Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is, a 10 times multiplier in such a short period
Just
of time.
purely for the birria.
And like the birria, the demand for it's that big that we do it in the Weavers every single day now, and we'll be doing it in Sarsfields every single day. And every day it's a top seller.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, it was. And then look, we always try just do new stuff. I know you were mentioning there, like how we're trying to progress and everything, but that was with the next step with the Weavers. Like, right, what else can we do then? Is gonna push our limitations and do it. Like even we started doing pineapple salsa, how we've changed it over time. We've started adding pomegranate to it, or like our chicken. People sometimes, if we did get any negative feedback, it could be a bit dry or just stuff like that. Especially with chicken breast, it's hard to keep as tender and juicy as we'll say pulled pork. So we changed to chicken thigh. Now we're making our own chipotle paste in house. We're doing it all in house. So now the chicken's mouth watering, or like even the tortillas, the nacho chips, we just buy them in bags, 100% honest. It was easy, it was simple, and we didn't really get any complaints. But I was like, no, I want to take this next level. Now we do it all in house.
And what's the feedback like? Is it like how do you respond to criticism?
Look, sometimes there is unfair criticism that you see online, but some of that you have to ignore. But also there are some people out there who just want you to succeed and want to see the best for you. So I'll always take it on board, especially like, as I said, I'm not a chef. There's way better people who know more about food than me, so I'm going to listen to them all day. And no matter how good of a businessman I think I am, there's always better businessmen. That's why I like meeting with the likes of yourself or other business people in the town, because there's been people doing it way longer than me who've seen ups and downs and recessions and turns, and they know how to handle it. So I'm always trying to learn every single day, because if I'm sitting here with a big ego, it's not going to get me very far. I'm always just trying to get that bit better.
Yeah, and listen and learn as you go on. Because look, one of the things I know is that you kind of learn as you go. Really, a gut feeling and an idea, then you put it in, and then when it's happening. I remember one of the things that Shane from Ariosa said to me just before we opened the coffee shop, and he turns and he's like, "Now, Dottie, once you're open, you're open." I was like, what? And he goes like, it's not like you can open and then close and open and close, you know what I mean? It's like, that's it then, you know what I mean? I'll never forget that, because it's like, oh, it actually is like, and you do have to you do learn a lot as you go on, and it's, I really like that journey of that, is like, making mistakes, but you learn from mistakes and then just kind of creating, and which the next thing I want to talk to you about. So I've seen an awful lot of you on social media, and so has probably a lot of people in the town. But when did that, like, have you always done that, or did it click at some point as well? Like the birria, kind of like, this is how I'm going to really promote myself, or what way do you?
Yeah, I kind of, just from the start, I was like, I'm going to double down on this. I guess everything I ever bought, really, for the most part, it was someone I seen online first before I went to purchase it. You get influenced a lot by what you see online, and I set up the business in December 16th, and 2 weeks before I just started posting. I was like, I'm going to do this every single day. Right. And I've done it every single day now. And even if I do miss a day, I'll always, do a double upload, do that kind of thing. It's just like I have 5,000 followers, literally nothing. We get 900,000 views a month across Instagram and TikTok. And like, if you go into Draw the Town and you look, there's a million food businesses everywhere. But you don't know anything about them. You don't know maybe what they do, about the backstory, who the owner is, their outlooks on it, how they're trying to improve the town, is it where they get their ingredients. And I always thought that's what I would like to see if I wanted to go somewhere. You know, that whole founder story.
backstory of it.
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
yeah.
Like people buy from people. They don't just buy, you know, the product or service. I wanted people to buy into me, enjoy what I was, the journey I was going on, and then in return come in and try some of the food because they're seeing a young fella giving it a go.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just always.
Would you get many people coming in like talking to you about that? Like, oh, I seen the video. Oh, like I crack.
It's wild. Like I wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for social media.
Yeah,
100%. I can guarantee you. And
it's very powerful, isn't it?
It's without a doubt the most powerful thing. Like people ask me, Adam, how much money do you make off social media? Zero. I make €0 off social media, but it's all the sales and people coming in.
Well, it's not actually off social media, but it's the advertising of it. You know, it's you see the video we did today with the Superman.
Yeah, brilliant.
Shout out to brother Alan.
Yeah, but it's all
class Superman. But it's great. Yeah,
it's just like social media as a whole. Like it can have so many terrible things, but for me, it's changed my life for the better. And
for the better, has there been in comparison to positive and negative? What would you?
Like 99% positive on it. Like DKIT, like I graduated college with a 2.2, the lowest passing you can get. DKIT have me as the face on all their billboards everywhere. It's just because like they buy into it because they continue to follow the journey across social media. Like I could walk across
Did you ever stand underneath your your billboard?
All the time. I get videos all the time with that.
Look
big
at me,
smile
guys!
on my face. But like even today, I was in the gym and everything, or walking across town. Like 7, 8, 9 people say, "There's Biddos," and I'm like,
yeah.
It's great because it means they know at least what we're doing.
Yeah,
and at some point they'll probably will come down and hopefully get food and give you a chance. And yeah, it was honestly the social media aspect. Any business owners out there who aren't doing it, you should do it.
Yeah,
and you should do more of it. Like even now, I'm doing one video. I'm gonna try to do 2 posts a day.
Yeah,
and just squeeze the lemon because it's, for me so far, it's the best thing I've found.
Did you ever look back on the first ones that you did and compared to now? Yeah. Oh, and is there massive, like I always find it hard, like you speak, I find it hard sometimes doing that. You know what I mean? So speaking on the camera, like, and I'm like, oh, I'll just put music on instead. So was that just a learning?
yeah. Look, exactly. It was learning. Like so many people told me at the start, Adam, your videos are the worst thing I've ever seen. Like I used to just get in camera, and because I used to move around with the trailer into different business parks, so I'd stand in front of the camera and talk really fast for 40 seconds. And tell you all these different business parks I'm going to be in. They're like, oh, no one cares. Right. And I was like, I guess you're right, but like that hurt. Don't tell me that. And
I'm going home to cry.
Yeah, and yeah, look, we've just evolved through time, and I kind of found like what works, and then what I became more passionate for. Like one weird thing about the way I do social media is I own a food business and I don't post much about food, so I need to do a better job about that. It's more about telling you about the business and how we run it and the different things, and like how I'm trying to improve Drogheda. So the videos have definitely got better over time, and then some things you see will work and you just stick with it. Like we done the Adam and Amy get free tacos, and
I was seeing that.
That got 250,000 views on TikTok and 80,000 on Instagram.
But did you get many Adam and Eves?
Exactly. Like you got so many.
Did you?
Yeah. On it, for anyone who actually cares about business out there, like that's great, cheap customer acquisition because you're giving away tacos for free. It costs you not nothing, a couple of euro per customer, but you don't mind that because the whole idea of getting customers is they come back and the lifetime value, and they come again. So if I can get someone to entice them in with free food, they come another 3, 4, 5, 6 times or forever, however long we're open, it was well worth giving away for free. So I just started running with that series, and they all got good views. Then I come up with like, all right, we're going to do a €2 taco night. That's a new series. How I'd fix Drogheda, that's a new series I'm doing at the minute. Like, and all these series get better engagement, and then we keep them a part of our content house, and then we just keep adding to it. Like.
So when you're saying how you'd fix Drogheda, what do you mean by that?
Like for me, Drogheda is I don't know if it's a sleeping giant's the right word. It's the biggest town in the country with the least backing, I would say. There's so much potential in Louth in general, including in Dock. Like someone can correct me here, but I think the most historical sites per square meter in the whole country is in County Louth.
Really? Like, County Louth,
but it's wild. Like it's such a fantastic town. It's massive. You are about 40 minutes from Dublin city centre. You can get to Belfast in an hour. ideal location. You're close to the beach. This town should be pumping with tourists, with everything. Like, if I asked my mum and dad what Drogheda was like 30 years ago to go out, how many nightclubs could they tell you? 4 or 5. Cellar bars,
sure.
different towns. The place would be packed. And my whole business, in a sense, is, of course, I want to do well for myself and set myself up financially, but I also want to see the town improve, because this is where we spend all our time. Like, I live out in Monaster Boys, born and raised there, but I spend all my time in Drogheda town. Why would I not want to see it get better? So I try post my thoughts and ideas online in hopes that other people concur with the ideas and we can try to do something to make it better. Like, and I also try my best to give back to the town. That's why we do the €2 taco nights, or we done an Easter egg hunt there, and we raised. I didn't even necessarily ask business for vouchers. People just started messaging us. We raised €4,000 in vouchers on Easter Sunday underneath Lawrence's Gate outside Sarsfields. We had about 35-40 people doing an Easter egg hunt. Like, no one else in Drogheda was doing anything on Easter Sunday. And for me to be able to give people a reason to come out their house, have a good time, or people might not have had any, family to go to, the fact they could come down and get involved and be a part of a community, that's my proudest probably business achievement. And I made absolutely no money from that. Like just to be able to build a community was
but some things you don't do for money, you just do it for the love of the town, really.
And like, if Drogheda could be booming and packed every night, I'd just love to see it. There's so many people, especially in the younger demographic, and I don't blame them. I think
COVID kind of goosed the whole thing up.
Definitely, but there's like, you'll see my videos online. Like, I will say there's bad things about Drogheda, but I'll give my ideas on how to fix it. In comparison,
right, give us one idea.
Like, this is probably most controversial. I'd pedestrianise West Street, or definitely do it on the weekends. I know there's the old Abbey there. The old Abbey is beautiful. People have put so much work in it. I do.
You could definitely do like a street market or like a concerts or something like that down there for sure.
I do price adjusted rent rates with the local enterprise office, who can give businesses a chance, like a flat €500 a month rate. So the likes of the
rates is a big killer. It's a killer. And you know what the worst thing is? That no one even knows what to go for. Like, you ask anyone, it's like, when is that? Oh, it goes to the council. But sure, what did you do with it? It does enrage me now. Like, and even as you said, if there was some kind of flat rate, or everybody had, something similar. But these, like, oh no, this is this much, or this building, like, it's crazy. And do you expect people to, with all the taxes and then your rates and all that, it's so difficult for people to do it. Like,
and even like, I won't even mention some businesses, but like outside El Forno there, they have a beautiful, beautiful gondola sitting outside that people can sit outside, get a coffee, get the pints, and there's great atmosphere right there out in the street. If you go to Galway, that is everywhere, the whole way down the streets. And then if you see a business might pop chairs outside, next thing the council come knocking on doors, give them a fine, or you can't have them sitting there. We need to create the atmosphere on the street so people are enticed to go into these businesses and shop local and support. Everyone should be sitting, when there is good weather, out the front. And
I don't see why they couldn't pedestrianise it all, or at least, as you said, even at the weekends, or do it after 5 o'clock. You know what I mean, or something like that like nearly every day of the week, 5 o'clock, because I think that the whole nightlife, the pub scene, everything needs a complete rejuvenation of everything, and look, as well as the expense of it, and it is expensive, but people definitely need something to bring them out, and there should be more, like, say, a weekend like this, although it is a good weekend. We have the Flower Weekend, shout out the Cayley Picnic, that's on. There's loads of events on around the town, so do get out. There's the gig break down at Scotch Hall. You're going to be a busy weekend, I'd say, this weekend.
Please God.
Yeah.
Definitely. But no,
have you got any music and planned for outside Weavers around?
The Weavers will be packed. Loads of live music and all that, and there will be some Cayley bands down and up in Sarsfields as well. But I'm lucky that both the pubs I've decided to go in are big into reinvesting in the local area and that kind of thing. I needed someone who aligned with me in that sense, so I'm looking forward to that. But even in terms of like that Abbey shopping centre that's been sitting there derelict for
€500,000.
And I seen calls for some politicians to knock and building the car park. In my opinion, I would not do that. I would definitely, if I'm going to knock it, which can be hard, especially if there's asbestos in the roof of it. But we need a square, a safe third space for people that everyone gets coffee, can go down and they can sit around and they can be in a community together.
You can barely knock the bloody building that's across the road from that. Never mind the big shopping centre. What are they going to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's look like and.
But again, with the Abbey there. the Abbey there, you could definitely open up a whole thing. There should be like big concerts in the town, if that was even possible. I don't know if it would be, but you know the way Kilkenny and all that do it in the castle.
Yeah, there's so many other places, and even like I do meet like a lot of the politicians around the town who come in touch with my social media, or like the boards.
Would you get many of them in touch with you?
A lot of people tag them in my comments.
Tag them, yeah.
Not a lot of people would respond. Like I actually met Jed Nash in here a couple of weeks ago. Lovely man. Yeah. I'm not really affiliated to any parties, but it was great to hear his perspective on what he'd like to do for the town. Someone from the town actually.
I think like they all have definitely stuff like Joanna. I had Joanna on here, and she's very passionate like about Drogheda United and the whole time. Like I don't think that they don't want it. It's just sometimes I think the hands are tied. Like Drogheda needs its own council. Yeah, like that's just the be all and end all, and it needs to have someone directly that you can go and funding come in, and it's straight there rather than have to go to Dundalk. Like if you don't get that, you're goosing. The other thing is the like the way Dundalk has a university. You know, that's the massive thing for Dundalk. That's why all the places are hopping. If we had that in Drogheda, it'd be a different story. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen anytime. Well, I know we have Diffie, but it's not to the big Dundalk-esque size and stuff, you know.
Yeah, look, it is a shame. I just think Drogheda definitely needs a borough council, needs a city status, and it's a shocking shame that Drogheda is that bit divided between Louth and Meath. That we're the forgotten child of both of them. Even though we're the biggest town in the whole country, like the whole country, I think we need our own council, we need our own board. There is different affiliates, groups that your rates go to. I think they need to do a better job of promoting the town and what they actually do, because a couple of these groups have great movements, but they don't highlight the fantastic job they're doing. If there was actually just a bit more talk about the good stuff that was going on, like I'll just say, like I'll mention them, like Love Drogheda do a fantastic job, and there's a flower grants, and they're involved in putting the murals up here on the wall outside. But I think they should go into the likes of we're just name dropping all businesses here in town. like Curtis Dunn, right? Curtis Dunn, fantastic business. They sell the Carhartt. Every young fella on the town is wearing Carhartt clothes. I think Love Drogheda should walk across the road and pull out their camera and get a video, talk to the owner Curtis Dunn and say, where in Drogheda can you get Carhartt? Because so many people wouldn't know they even sell it. You know what I mean? Highlight it, post it up on the social media, do it. Or like if it's some niche like the fish and tackle shop, go up to the fish and tackle shop with the Love Drogheda Instagram, ask them what's a great starter kit for getting into fishing, bust some common myths about fishing, go up to the Moreland Cafe, talk to the manager, talk to the owner, how's Drogheda changed the past 40 years you've been in business, come up to the coffee box, talk to that, how's your business changed since COVID, what do you love about owning
I do think the social media game could be definitely upped with it, you know.
Like that, but that, like, we need to highlight all these businesses, because so many people, unfortunately, they don't know about the power of it. I guarantee you, if some of these videos got posted, these businesses would generate more revenue in that short time period. We just need to highlight all these fantastic businesses that are in the town that people don't even know exist. There is so many small businesses that just haven't got the limelight shone on them that they need.
Get a big influencer in.
Yeah.
Who would you get?
Me.
Jesus, lad, if you could lick yourself, you'd be a lad.
I know. Look, I think we need who'd be great for that kind of thing. Like
I'll tell you that reason why I'm asking. Right? I don't know. Did I ever tell the story of Portumna here? No. So I did. Did I? Not on this one. But on a different. I can't remember. But right, years ago, myself and Ruth went to Portumna. But the only reason we went, because I think it was that Rosie. She's an influencer, and I can't think of her name. Rosanna Purcell, and she done a reel, I think, on it, and then it was like, oh, that looks like a lovely place. No offense to anyone then from Portumna, but we got there and it wasn't what was made to look out, you know what I mean? But it was like, that's just how powerful social media is, you know what I mean? It can definitely generate the perception of a place. And another thing, stags and hens, man. You know, I went to Carniford for my stag, and the place is hopping. Do you know, if you could get that kind of influx of people in here as well, like get all the bars to team up, I don't know what way, and get the accommodation. I know that the hotel is gone, but like there's definitely other ways you could get glamping on the go or something like that. And then stags and hens would be the way to go, you know. Like
Drogheda has so many pubs. Like it's one of the only times you can do 12 pubs like 3 times over. If you really want it. Like there's just so many missed opportunities, and that's why, for me as a business owner anyway, I always try work with other business owners. Like I'd love to do something with yourself, or like, Niall from Evelyn's I meet, or like we'll work with Paul.
Name dropping
Butchers.
another coffee shop now. I'm joking.
Yeah, we'll work with Paul there from O'Brien's Butchers, and like all these businesses need to work together because they're all going to bounce off each other. Like what's it saying? The high tide rises all ships. If they're doing well, we're going to be doing well off the back of it. Like there is other Mexicans in town, and I want people to come and say that their food was great and they had a really good experience, because it means they're more willing to give other Mexicans a chance
100%,
as well. You know,
100%. Rather than fighting over the same slice of pie, like it'd be great if ever like, and there's more than enough for people to get around for everyone to do it. You know,
like this is what people always say to me. Oh, you're worried that they're opening here, they're opening there. No, of course not. Like if they do well, there's a better chance that people are going to be more willing. Like if I get a Chinese on the weekend, I don't go to the same Chinese forever. Like I do go and try other ones and do different things, and it's the exact same in every other business.
Well, that's Dave. Best of luck to Dave Talon. He's opening east just down there as well.
Literally, like it's 2 doors away from me.
But as you said, people walking over there will see you as well, and it's there's plenty of food to be eaten.
Yeah, we just haven't went to the same food place every day. You don't go to the same coffee shop every day. You don't go to the same shoe store every day. You don't go to the same pharmacy every day. It all depends on what you're looking for and
where you are.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just down to something as simple as that. Like how close where's the nearest one, and you'll go into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And so like on your. You seem to be a bit of a man on a mission to fix Strada, which is great. It's great talking to someone young and entrepreneurial like yourself about that, because the thing about it is like everyone has all the ideas, but it's how to implement the ideas is the problem. And I think that's the thing that we're all a little bit stuck on. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, we go to the politicians, but there's probably only so much that they can go and do. So I think it like collectively, it definitely needs more people getting together, more people, business owners. I think there should definitely be like the VAT9 group. Do you know that group that we have? There should be definitely a meeting with that, I think. You know, and at least we're all meeting somewhere and come up with some kind of plan for together, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I just think that Drogheda can be too divided, and it's really no one's fault besides... maybe who would you even blame? And to be honest,
it could be. I think it was. I don't think it's so much anymore. I think, but like maybe back in the day, it was that people were competing against. But like, there's a kind of new generation of people now owning businesses, and it's definitely not the same.
I nearly mean in terms of like Drogheda just needs a borough council. 100%. Like it was a shame it was ever took away, because there's too many lines of red tape and there's too many hands in the pie, and the second that one person says we're not doing that, the whole deck of cards falls. Like there's been fantastic ideas there, of course, as for Narrow West Street that we brought up. There's been so many good ideas for different things to go in there, and the red tape gets brought out and the different hands and different opinions, and these whole things get shut down, and we're looking at an even worse state than what it was in 10 years ago. You know what I mean? We just need some accountability and a council that says one person or one group of people who makes the answer, and that's it.
But I often wondered, the bids thing. So why can't the bid for Biddos? Why can't say that fund a council as such? If you get me, don't know, all the business paid towards it. So why doesn't that actually fund like a council for Drogheda, rather than having to go to the government or the county council and say, no, we're just going to fund our own council from the business? Because I'm sure everyone would be much rather paying towards that, even if it was a part-time voluntary type basis. But it's still, at least we would know all of our rates money and all that is going towards that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But even like in terms of like, I'm getting on the Louth County Council back here, but like last year I had to bring all my business.
Rightly so, Biddo.
Exactly. But we brought all our business with the food trailer in the daytime on a Saturday and Sunday to Bettystown Beach, because they were the only people who'd give us the permit. Now we had to jump through hoops and fill out a lot of forms and have meetings and everything, but they gave us the opportunity to set up while Louth County Council have all these casual trading spots.
What beach was that?
Bettystown Beach, we were able to trade out, but Louth County Council have all these fantastic beaches, Carhead, Tarmanfeck, and you go up to Carlingford, you know what I mean? And we haven't been given the opportunity to do it. And even the spots that were meant to be allocated in the first quarter of 2023, last time I checked, early 2025, they still weren't allocated. Last quarter 2023, they were meant to be allocated in the first quarter of 2024.
What was meant to be allocated? The
casual trading spots.
So
with a food trailer,
is there a certain amount of them?
Yeah, there could be five in the county, and they just don't get allocated in allowed. And it just meant that if you have a food trailer, your hands are tied. You're going to have to park on private property,
Is that because they're not giving them out, or nobody's applying?
They're not giving them out.
Right.
100%. I've been applying.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Look, it's a shame they changed the bylaws in terms like Jed did have a bit of work to do with that, which was meant to make it easier for people who do have food trailers to get these permits or coffee trailers or anything like that. Like, but it just hasn't come to fruition, and I would just like to.
It'd be even great over West Street doing that crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like there was that loved it. Great idea, Lou Life Festival, fantastic.
Yeah,
they had the option there to have food stalls, and I got a phone call about coming up to it, but I just said plain and simple, look, you're going to put me in the Old Abbey car park. I don't want to be there. We're not going to get any trade. There is a small
Abbey car park.
Yeah, so at the back of the Abbey shopping centre.
Oh, right, yeah.
Down there was a small light show there, but you're in the pitch black, and I'm like, have me outside St. Peter's Church.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. Yeah,
that's prime time. If you're going to do these events, we have to do them right. We have to make sure everyone benefits from it.
Well, you have to be where most of the people are going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's look. Sometimes that's only a small thing, but if the town had its own council and a bit better communication and planning, we would be 10 steps further than where we are. Like Loud and Drogheda in general should have springboarded off the back of that flat we had. I know COVID got involved, but it's died a death, and it's the likes of hopefully me, but yourself and all the other business owners who are going to have to buckle up and bring it back to where it should be.
Yeah, well, there seems to be a good bit. Ronan McQuillan and that setting up the Cayley picnic, that's kind of bringing that back, which is great to see. I'm actually going on the Friday night. You going to go?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm going to run out that kitchen and get there as soon as I can. Yeah.
What time do you finish?
So never really. But,
well, no, as in like
on a Friday,
cooking at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, on a Friday we close the Weavers at 9 and we stay open in Sarsfields till 11.
Okay.
So then there's a lot of cleaning and deep work to go in after that as well. But it's actually just going to be mental this week. We're doing 4 different locations on Saturday.
Yeah,
because we do a lot of private catering.
Right. Okay, so
we're catering in Grange Rath on Saturday. For some reason, I'm catering in Mayo.
Is it with the same with the same truck?
No, it all depends. Like we have over time, I've just kept adding strings to the bow. Like we do private chef service.
Okay.
Like I have the team of chefs there that you can hire out to go to your house and cook 4-course meals and do charcuterie boards and organize flowers and everything and then so this weekend the trailer's going to be in Sarsfields. We'll have the kitchen and the Weavers. The other catering gig, we can set up a gazebo and do it outside. Okay. Then the one in Mayo, we have another gazebo. It's just full barbecue, just doing it outside. Oh, right. So I'll do I just want to keep adding and then at some point if I need, we can look into getting another trailer. But I love challenging myself in these different kind of things.
What do you think is the biggest challenge now that you've had?
The biggest challenge I have now is getting systems in place, I would say, because it's all fine that I know how to do everything, but to grow I can't just be dependent on me, especially from having 2 locations. We now need to standardize stuff and get everything down and get everything organized that I can hand someone a book and say this is exactly how Biddos Street Food should operate. So that's been my biggest challenge since moving myself mainly down to our main kitchen, that the lads in the trailer are providing the exact same service and quality that we were doing before when I was just there, and we've been able to do that, and I am delighted. But in food and in hospitality in general, it has a staff turnover rate of 3,000% a year. So if I have 5 staff, it means I go through 15 staff in a year. Yeah. So I'm after losing my main head chef there and another one of my most experienced staff. So now I'm at the stage where, these operations and procedures need to be so locked in that the very next chef that can come in, even if he has a slightly different skill set, he's going to be able to do the food the exact same and then add his extra.
Have you got the chef now?
There was interviews today, and if anyone still wants to interview, they can, of course. I'm always happy.
This is indeed.
Yeah, but look, I'm always willing to give people a chance. Like the chef I had there was a head chef, fantastic. His name was Adam also, but he just had as I mentioned, I want to be completely different than everyone else. Like he stayed up at night times and studied cooking books, and I was I wanted to give him the springboard to take the next chance. We're always willing to do stuff and try new stuff and just be out there and adventurous. And if anyone else was to apply for a role ever in Biddos, that's what I'm going to give you free authority to try stuff and make it work. And look, sometimes if it doesn't work, we'll change it, we'll fix it. I'll give my opinion on it and how we're going to get better, because we're all in this together to make Biddos hopefully one of the fastest growing food brands in Leinster and then in Ireland. I'd love to be everywhere.
Yeah, is your plan to kind of try and franchise it?
Yeah, it's kind of something that's been weighing in my mind recently. Like, how far away do we want to take Biddos, or is it something that I'm so passionate about Drogheda, right, let's set up another business in Drogheda, different to Biddos. So it's strange. I think for the minute I'm definitely going to double down on Biddos and get us in other places. Like, I've experimented there in Dundalk we've had the trailer there for different days. Should I look to
have it up at the college?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
That's great. I wish I could be outside the college
really?
every day. Yeah. But that's a whole part of the business I love. Like I went to the best thing about having a food trailer at the start was probably, if I just chose to rent a premises, I would have closed down so many times, because sometimes you can pick a premises and think this is going to be great.
Yeah, and then you're goosed if it doesn't.
Yeah, we're going to be rich. I remember I got into the brewery business park.
Because you don't take a second to stop.
No, never.
Take a breath there, pal. We're going to be rich. Yeah. Come on.
Every day I wake up and think that, and sorry when I go to bed. But like we agreed to get into the brewery business park on the RD Road in Dundalk, and lovely landlord, and I just didn't stop chasing to get into it. I thought it was such a good opportunity. And there's a business near there with anywhere from 400 to 600 staff, and then you're in a big business park. I was like, this is going to be fantastic. We're going to go here. And if I'd done more research, I could have found out that the big factory near us had subsidized lunches, and I never seen a sinner from it. And it was just like there was an empty cafe there, and they were asking, did I want to take it at the start? I was like, look, if it goes really well, after 6 months or a year, I'll look into taking it. But if I took that from the start, I'd be finished.
Yeah, you'd be good.
It's the same like with some of the other, like just another example up on the North Road there in Drogheda. Like, as I say on the Instagrams, I'm not afraid to show you our wins and losses. Like, I parked outside the Circle K on the North Road. All the buses that go day and night back, there must be a bus every 20 minutes. Thought this is going to be prime time location, and it could be for a different business, but just for what I was doing, it wasn't it. It was one of my slowest spots, but I had huge footfall. And
people often think that though about bus stops, but like when we were here, people would be saying, oh, the bus outside, but you'd be surprised we don't get that much, because the bus doesn't let you on with the coffee. Do you know what I mean? So people are coming in and having a quick one or whatever, but it wouldn't be the overall
it's
kind of thing, you know? Yeah,
so it's like we stick with what works, and I'm always willing to try other spots. And then, how
are you up at the Butcher's?
Oh, the
was
Butcher's,
that a good spot?
Yeah, the Butcher's was great. The only issue with it was the time I was opening, the car park would be full, so I didn't have to keep going in loops around until the car park went empty, so I could pull in back in the trailer. But that's actually I actually need to talk to Paul and maybe get us back out there, because it's a great, for people who don't know, they're on the corner of Scarlet Street, O'Brien's Butcher's, but everyone coming from the north side of Drogheda to go downtown who's driving kind of has to go in around that. So even if they don't get food, they're seeing a big blue Biddo Street Food trailer
for sure,
and around about it. So look, I'm just gonna try loads of stuff and open new spots, and some spots won't work, and then we'll stick with the ones that work and keep going. Like,
oh man,
that's what makes it exciting.
And just a couple more things. So for any young aspiring entrepreneurs out there, what advice would you give them?
Go for it, really. That's the plain and simple. Like, if this failed tomorrow, I could go back and do the same job I was doing before and probably make a couple extra grand. Or if I joined another company, you know, especially if you have nothing holding you down, you have no kids to worry about, you have no, like, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have anything like that, why not give it a go? Because I'd prefer to live now and know I gave it a go than look back when I'm 67 and be like, why didn't I do that? I could have made this work. I had this great idea. Like, I've done businesses and had business ideas before this that haven't worked. Like, I was going to do digital business cards. I thought that was great, going to have that locked in. Worked on that for 3 months in the background, didn't talk about it too much. Then I found out that Apple's NFID technology on the back of the phones is going to be able to do that in like 6 months. And I was like,
okay, there you go, done. And
then like, even like, I was through secondary school, I sold sweets out my locker, sold concert tickets.
You were that guy in school?
Always. Parents paid for me to go to Drogheda Grammar, and I was selling sweets out of a locker. That was prime education. But no, like, look, honestly, just give it a go. Great, double down. You're going to work more hours than you ever thought was possible, but it's going to make you a better person. Like, I sit here every day or go and do stuff, and there's stuff that happens to me now that would have drove me off the wall, mad. Like, I used to just get so stressed and so angry all the time, and then you realize that it's all going to be okay.
Does it humble you a little bit?
It does. Like it definitely business. There's a saying, like, being a business owner, you can be top of the world at the start of the day and bottom of the world at the end of the day, and it just constantly switches. It really does humble you, and especially like I'm full of sayings if I got any of them right, but like there's these professors who think they know everything about business and how it works, but none of them have ever actually made payroll. And I love to be a practitioner and give it a go and see what's going to work. And I've done loads of things that don't work, like 100% honest, but the excitement
of doing it,
and then like we fail way more than we succeed, but when you succeed after all them failings, that's what makes it so bittersweet. Like, in 18 months I've been fortunate enough to completely change my life. Like, and in this short and narrow of it was because I was willing to put in the work to try and make it happen. And if someone's ever to happen to Biddos, I just go and do something else and make it happen no matter what. I'm just not going to give up.
That's good. That's great to hear that, man. I have to say, very inspiring from a 24-year-old man. Fair play to you, pal.
Thank you.
I don't think I nearly had that mindset till I was 30. Actually no, about 27 when we had Louis. I kind of had to get your shit together then. Do you drink? Do you go out?
Not as much anymore, in fairness. Like,
it's hard to say, having a hangover and then trying to
especially with the hours we're open. That's the worst thing. Like, I have sacrificed a lot. Like, friends and family just said, Adam, like, we haven't really seen you for a year, because I was so locked in and I was there like all the time, every day, 18 hours a day, no stress. I was just doing it. I was locked in. It's only now recently that I've got other people on board that were, you
can
starting,
kind of ease off a little bit, because you
yeah.
have to have your work-play balance as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You have to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you need to fucking relax a lot, mate.
But I've even just tried to move my attention to things that I think can push the needle further, rather than me having to chop every tomato that goes through the place and every onion. Give that to someone who has
share the responsibility of it,
and let me work on, right, where's Biddos going to be in 6 months? What's our operating procedures? What's opening hours are going to work the best? The things that the really important things, I can do them, early in the day, through the day. Then when nighttime comes, the team are there and they know what they need to do. And it meant recently I've been able to get away and do a bit more, and now I'm going to South America in the 1st of August, and that's even
a bit of inspiration down there.
Yeah, exactly. But even then, on a business level, now I'm like locked in for the next 3 weeks, because these systems need to be so intact that like anyone can go. You could walk in tomorrow and know how to run Biddos Street Food. So now it's pushing my limits. How can I make this so simple that everyone can understand? How can I get my thoughts expressed on the paper? How can I work with other people that we can all have the shared idea on exactly how Biddos Street Food works? Like, there's the McDonald's movie there.
Oh, I know. I've seen that, man.
And
it gets me so annoyed though when he does those boys dirty, doesn't he?
Oh, terrible. But the lads had the systems in place, like with the timers, weighing things, everything. I want every single portion of food in Biddos Street Food to go the exact same, and it's weird, but it gets me so excited to try and make that happen. Like, and so that's a big plan. Then when I get in South America, the lads can run Biddos Street Food. I'm gonna have the best time ever. It's gonna be
deadly
wild.
That is great, man. But look, thanks very much for coming in. Anything you want to give a bit more information about your opening hours or Biddo?
So I am Biddos Street Food.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening. We are available all through Drogheda. Please, you have any parties, private catering, office, DM us. I will look after you. It's great packages. And then we're open in the Weavers, Sarsfields.
What's your opening times?
Weavers is Thursday 6 to 9. Weavers on Friday and Saturday is 4 to 9, and Weavers on Sunday is 3 to 9. Then Sarsfields is just Friday and Saturday from 5 to 11.
There you go.
Yeah, and we're just going to start opening more and more so you can have your food all the time.
All right, will I get free food next time?
You know it. Thank you very much for having me on.
Guys, thank you very much. That was been having a lovely chat. But the one and only Biddo man, thank you very much for coming in, and
pleasure.
Best of luck, and up the flat.
Up the flat.
Yeah.
Up the town.
From that day, we share cafe lattes. Ooh, cafe.